Sanjay Gandhi National Park is home to thousands of species of flora and fauna, many of which are endangered. Located in the heart of Mumbai, the park also serves as the city's much-needed lungs. And it is now facing an unprecedented crisis. Rapid urbanization, deforestation, encroachments and poaching has dealt serious blows to this rich ecosystem. So much so that if immediate conservation measures are not taken, not much will be left to conserve. Sanctuary, in order to move the authorities into taking corrective measures, had drafted an online petition. And they wanted an idea that would raise awareness about this impending disaster and encourage more and more people to sign the petition. Thousands of environmentalists, wildlife enthusiasts and nature lovers visit the Sanjay Gandhi National Park every month. The very people who are concerned about the environment and hence aware of the need for conservation. We decided to speak directly to them. What we also discovered is that around 78% of visitors used the popular social app Foursquare to check into Sanjay Gandhi National Park, presenting Foursquare for Nature. Once inside the park, spread over 104 square kilometers, the only place you can check into is Sanjay Gandhi National Park. Using Foursquare, we created a long list of non-existent places like a discotheque, a shopping mall, a multiplex, an amusement park in the national park area that people could check into. The curious user was then further encouraged to check in with promises of incentives and discounts. However, the moment the user clicked the link, he was routed to a website that showed the gloomy future of the national park if immediate steps are not taken. He was then directed to the online petition appeal. And the whole journey from checking in to signing the petition took a matter of seconds. The Foursquare petition got an overwhelming response. Sanctuary wanted around 15,000 signatures. But in a span of 4 months, the online petition received 32,689 signatures. Sanctuary has already submitted the petition to the concerned authorities. The total cost of doing all this? ₹0. Inspired by the success of the Foursquare petition, Sanctuary now wants to take the idea to other national parks across India that are plagued with similar problems.
पढ़ने को हम लोग को मुश्किल होता है कि इसमें लिखा क्या है। पढ़ने के लिए कभी कभी 5 मिनट जाते हैं, 10 मिनट जाते हैं।
डॉक्टर का लिखाई पढ़ने को ही नहीं आता है, उसमें 5-10 मिनट चले जाते हैं, समझ में ही नहीं आता है।
उसमें गलत दवाई जाने के चांसेस होते हैं।
ये लैमिंगटल करके भी प्रोडक्ट आता है, इसमें भी एक, और लैमीसिल करके कुछ प्रोडक्ट आता है। दोनों में आप स्पेलिंग में डिफ्रेंशिएट नहीं कर सकते क्योंकि CIAL है और ये CTAL है।
दवा चली जाती है, लिखा कुछ और होता जाती कुछ और।
40 to 42,000 fatal cases because of illegible prescription. That's bad.
कैपिटल लेटर्स में अगर प्रिस्क्रिप्शन लिखे तो दोनों के लिए काम आसान हो जाएगा, डॉक्टर्स के लिए भी और फार्मासिस्ट के लिए भी।
अगर उन्होंने कैपिटल लेटर्स में लिखा तो बहुत अच्छा होगा।
Prescription in block capitals. I am for it.
It will be helpful to the patient and to the chemist that proper medicine and proper dose can be given.
It's a great boon for the health of the nation.
It's a very good initiative, no doubt. I should congratulate you people for doing all this.
Dim, take it, take it, take it, dim, take it, take it, take it, tadum, 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 tadiketakata, tadum, tadum, tadiketakata, tadiketakata, tadum, 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 tadiketakata, tadiketakata, tadum, tadum, tadiketakata, tadum, tadum, tadiketakata, tadiketakata, tadum, 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 tadiketakata, 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 tadum, tadiketakata, tadum, tadum, tadiketakata, tadiketakata, tadum, 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 tadiketakata, 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 tadum, tadum, tadiketakata, tadum, tadum, tadiketakata, tadiketakata, tadum, 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 tadiketakata, tadiketakata, tadiketakata. Stop.
it's very fascinating with all the words on the small pieces of rice, and it's a good way of learning about India's history.
It's the first time of my life I see it. It was incredible.
Far away you can see like it's the Taj Mahal, but when you go up close you always see the writing, and it's really something new. It's really beautiful. It's incredible.
Kaitan, one of India's biggest manufacturers of fans, briefed us to make their corporate tune. But instead of going directly to a music producer, we convinced someone else to compose the tune. Someone who is an integral part of the company, the wind. We took common wind instruments like a flute, clarinet, trumpet, saxophone, wind chimes, and a sousaphone and had them modified by a renowned music director to make them more sensitive to the wind. We then travelled to Panchgani, a second windiest place in India. There we placed the instruments in wide open spaces that were exposed to strong winds and kept them there for 24 hours. As the wind coaxed notes out of these instruments, we recorded the sounds. These notes were then used by the music director as the building blocks for the final tune.
The audio output from the installation is amazing. No studio recording or mixing can recreate it. The notes are so raw, so organic. It was an experiment, but it went really well. The track has very minimal synthetic sounds. What we'll hear in the track are the organic sounds. What I've done is just playing around with the composition part and the arrangement of instruments. And finally we have a nice track.
Presenting the world's first corporate tune composed by the wind. In order to enable people to be a part of this unique project, we created an interactive microsite, www.thesongofthewind.com. Visitors to the site could watch and hear the instruments via a live video stream. They could even compose their own tune using the actual sounds recorded from the instruments at the site. These compositions could not only be shared with friends, but also be submitted for voting to a gallery on the microsite for a prize. The project became viral instantly. The installation was live for just one day, but the hype generated lasted for months. More than 332,000 unique visitors on the microsite in the first week. The average stay time was 18 minutes. Over 52,000 tunes created and 38,000 submissions to the gallery. Over 248,000 YouTube views of the project. Over 32,000 tweets and retweets across India. Over 5,600 Facebook shares. Over 3 crore rupees worth of unpaid media. And of course, a one-of-its-kind corporate tune.
a cool experience. Advertising, according to me, is no structure whatsoever.
I think the job of an art director is to execute the idea, and the copywriter is the one who gives out the big idea.
The first thing that comes to my mind is, exotic locations, outdoor shoots, meet hot models.
I want to see how the young minds and the young people today are approaching the communication problems differently.
Firstly, welcome everyone to JWT. It's a pleasure and an honor to host you all.
Really, very, very happy that there are so many of you who think that, and I think you think rightly, that this is an exciting business to be in, because we need people like you.
No, I know that I'm not all that you got. I guess that I just thought maybe we could find new ways to fall apart. But our friends are back, so let's raise the tide. 'Cause I found someone to carry me home tonight.
Yo, I'm eating Fun Dip right now.
Not giving a fuck.
Get out on the dance floor. 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 Get out on the dance floor.
Baybeat Collective, a popular bass music group, came to us looking for an idea that would help them connect with their fans outside of their gigs. We created the Geno Music Project, a unique collaboration between the band and their fans that would combine science and art to produce the world's first music album created from fans' DNA. The idea was for Baybeat Collective to take DNA samples from 8 of their fans and convert them into 8 tracks for the album. We launched the project with an app on the band's Facebook page that had a short video of the band members explaining the project and a contest to pick the 8 fans who would be part of the album. The month-long contest required people to answer a simple yet interesting question. While the app enabled people to spread the word on social networking sites, Baybeat Collective promoted the project at their gigs and through posters, web banners, magazine ads, and on Twitter and Facebook.
We got an update on the Geno Music Project. The first 50 answers have come in.
Once the contest came to a close and Baybeat Collective picked the 8 winners, each of them was sent a DNA collection kit. All they had to do was rub the sterilized cotton swab along the inside of the cheek and put it in the collection tube and mail it back to us using the pre-addressed envelope. The samples were then sent to a lab specializing in genetics to establish individual DNA profiles, which were then converted by a specially designed software into musical notes or MIDI samples. These samples were then used by Baybeat Collective to create the final tracks. And since no 2 people have the same DNA profile, each track sounded completely different from the other. The Geno Music Project saw more than 500,000 unique visitors to the app, more than 2 lakh contest submissions, and thousands of Facebook and Twitter impressions. It was featured in newspapers, magazines, websites, and blogs, earning media impressions worth 6.2 crore rupees. Within 3 weeks of its launch, the album sold more than 20,000 copies, making it their best-selling album. And Baybeat Collective was voted the #1 drum and bass DJ by India's largest artist awards poll, a true testament to the band's loyal fan base.
The dynamics of the Indian telecom industry was about to change. Mobile number portability was on its way. The battle among the players was about to get bigger, as the fight was now not just about acquiring new subscribers, but to retain the existing. So we decided to build goodwill with our existing customers, launching a special privilege program, Vodafone Delights.
The little things you do for me and nobody else make me feel good. Little things you do for me, making me smile when no one else could. That's why I like to sit next to you and hear your mad stories. I know they're not true, and I like that we share a secret or 2 together.
Based on simple childhood memories, the campaign reminded how it feels when someone treats you special. It promised the same special treatment with Vodafone Delights membership as a reward for being with Vodafone.
When
Launched across national channels, the TVCs were supported by hoardings and press ads across various newspapers and magazines. Around the same time, clever in-show promotion made Vodafone Delights a household name every single day for 14 weeks of the reality show Big Boss Season 4.
ये है डिलाइट्स रूम। यहाँ पर तो किंग जैसी फीलिंग आती है।
वोडाफोन डिलाइट्स अवार्ड शो आयोजित किया जा रहा है।
वोडाफोन डिलाइट्स देते हैं आपको मौका सलमान खान से मिलने का।
लाइफ में पहला मौका and I'm so delighted.
Special invites were sent out to HNI customers for the Delights membership. The online audience was directed via innovative banners to the Vodafone Delights microsite, leading to the registration. Once registered, the microsite provided the member a complete list of daily updated city-specific offers and promotions. Similarly, bill envelopes and other POS, along with shorter TVC edits, promoted local offers on entertainment, dining, shopping and travel. The radio spoke a common man's voice, reminding of the small joys.
अदरक वाली स्पेशल चाय सिर्फ आपके लिए बने, बिना कहे एक्स्ट्रा बटर पराठों पर लगे। बस के इंतजार में खड़े कभी लिफ्ट मिल जाए, बिजी रेस्टोरेंट में टेबल आपका वेट करे, या ट्रेन में विंडो वाली सीट आपके लिए रिजर्व्ड हो, बिना मतलब।
And taking a cue from it, we did the same, making our subscribers feel just as special with the activations, varying from reserved parking spots to free talk time and candies at our stores. A special fleet of Meru cabs delighted Vodafone customers with free services at Mumbai, Delhi, Bangalore and Hyderabad airports.
It's a surprise for me. Thank you, Vodafone.
I am very pleased about it, and always the customer will remember this gesture.
As a treat to all, Vodafone sponsored Bollywood blockbusters on TV with free wallpapers and movie song caller tunes for its customers. As part of radio promotions, multiplexes were exclusively booked for first day first show of movies.
वोडाफोन दे रहा है एक धमाकेदार मौका इस दिवाली पर डिलाइटेड होने का।
SMS कीजिए डिलाइट स्पेस आपका नाम।
हाय, मेरा नाम आदित्य है। मैं अभी एक्शन रिप्ले के स्पेशल स्क्रीनिंग से आ रहा हूँ। बहुत अच्छा फील हो रहा है।
मेरा नाम लतिका है और मैं एक वोडाफोन कस्टमर हूँ।
Vodafone brings you a chance to get delighted.
Thank you Vodafone for making me see the movie on the first day.
Vodafone ने मुझे हैरी पॉटर मूवी देखने का मौका दिया।
The Vodafone Delight song touched the gods of thousands. By popular demand, we had to create caller tune and ringtones out of the Delight song.
The little things you do for me and nobody else make me feel.
We further delighted the fans by giving them e-cards that could be scripted with personalized messages and played with the Delight song.
When no one else could, that's why.
Aptly named Vodafone Delights, the campaign did just that. It left our consumers feeling delighted. The campaign was not just in news, but on news shows as well.
The little things you do for me and nobody else make me feel good. The little things you do for me, making me smile when no one else could. That's why I like to sit next to you and hear your fine promises. I know they're not true, and I like that we share a tire or two together.
The ad was one of the most viewed advertisement of 2010, and Vodafone was rated as the most admired brand. The campaign helped increase our scores on consideration and preference among own users, as well as competition users compared to competition. 2.5 lakh Vodafone customers got themselves registered through various mediums and got used to the special privileges and pampering we provided. And like we had foreseen, it helped us when it mattered the most. With M&P launch, Vodafone was the highest gainer in the category, with total gain of 1.92 lakhs, a whopping 26% ahead of Airtel's 1.41 lakhs.
How do you get a billion cricket-crazy Indians to love Vodafone more than their cricket? It all started with the IPL, India's cricketing version of the Super Bowl, spread over 30 days. For a brand, that meant engaging with pretty much the same audience day after day for 30 days. More importantly, getting them to love a brand which was interrupting their cricket. Our solution was to create the Vodafone Zuzus, a bunch of simple, funny egg-shaped creatures who explain the world of Vodafone's products through charming stories. But it wasn't just about a couple of stories. We decided to surprise the audiences every day. So we created 30 such stories, a new one for every day. To begin with, it was important to create an intrigue around these characters. So we christened them Zuzus on Facebook, and a dedicated fan page was created, which within a month had over 210,000 active fans. Higher even than national icons like actor Amitabh Bachchan and cricket star Sachin Tendulkar. To keep the interest alive in social media, we then introduced Facebook applications like Tag Me Charts, emoticons, greetings and Zuzu tones, all lapped up by delighted fans. As an added reward to this fan base, these fans got an exclusive preview of every film 3 hours before its release on mass media. The official Vodafone Zuzu channel on YouTube climbed quickly to the 33rd most subscribed in the world. But the user-uploaded videos were far greater, taking it up the charts to the week's top viral campaign in the world on debut, as measured by Advertising Age. Billboards with specific product messages were put up across the country. Radio channels ran contests around Zuzu sounds. Bill envelopes and mailers to existing customers informed them of the match schedules and SMS contests. The Vodafone Live had an entire section dedicated to Zuzu downloads. And since the Zuzus had captured the nation's interest as much as the matches, they turned up as stars at the stadiums as well.
Are you guys liking the cricket here in South Africa? This one is saying, I love it, I love the sixes.
Newspaper front pages across the country carried the Vodafone Zuzu story. The Vodafone Facebook page attracted more fans than the official IPL site. Other brands tried to copy the Zuzu story to cash in on the nation's craze. Blogs fervently discussed every aspect of the Vodafone Zuzu campaign in detail. Users sent in artworks of Zuzu work, recipes of Zuzu cookies, demands to make Vodafone Zuzu the Prime Minister, and requests for merchandise. Such was the interest around the Zuzus that the making of the Zuzu became the subject of popular television shows. Almost every Indian television channel carried features on them, with some even selling ad space on the programs.
We are starting with the best, which undoubtedly is Vodafone. The telecom brand is continuing to set standards for the category.
It's an ad that has captured everyone's imagination. Vodafone Zuzus are a huge hit among the viewers.
हम बात करने जा रहे हैं Zuzu की.
It's Vodafone's Zuzus.
The Zuzus, the strange but immensely cute white egg-shaped creatures.
Try a new cutie on the block is what it's calling it, more on the totally random, ridiculously funny eggheads. Everyone is smiling about. Tripti Rani Mehta has that story.
That's right.
Television audiences here in India are tuning in to catch the IPL ad breaks like never before, just to see this little guy.
The Vodafone Zuzus had well and truly found a place in the hearts of consumers. And for once, cricket-crazy India looked forward to the ad break as much as the cricket.